For decades, NATO's military ecosystem revolved around American power. But behind the scenes, a quiet rebellion may already be underway. Allies are questioning long-standing defense relationships, reconsidering billion-dollar weapons programs, and searching for alternatives once considered unthinkable. A controversial F-35 debate is escalating. Boeing has suffered a stunning setback. South Korea is rapidly gaining influence across Europe, and growing concerns over military data, software control, and strategic independence are beginning to reshape procurement decisions across the alliance. If these trends continue, the balance of power inside NATO could look very different by the next decade. Your roadmap to the latest in auto? Welcome to Highway Herald. Here are the 4 developments that could fundamentally reshape NATO's future. Number 4. NATO's accelerating shift toward defense independence. For decades, NATO allies relied heavily on American military hardware. The United States dominated everything from fighter aircraft and surveillance platforms to software updates and battlefield communications. According to SIPRI, nearly 64% of European NATO arms imports between 2020 and 2024 came from the United States. Ironically, efforts to push allies toward greater defense spending may have encouraged a different outcome. Instead of deepening dependence, many NATO members are diversifying suppliers. The priorities are speed, affordability, flexibility, and strategic autonomy. South Korea has emerged as a major winner. European purchases of Korean defense systems have surged roughly 130% over 5 years. Poland, Spain, Romania, Estonia, Finland, and others have signed major deals for tanks, artillery, rocket systems, and fighter aircraft. The appeal is simple. Korean manufacturers often deliver equipment faster, at lower cost, and with greater industrial cooperation than many Western competitors today. But the shift away from traditional suppliers isn't limited to tanks, artillery, or battlefield equipment. Some of NATO's most important strategic decisions are now challenging long-established assumptions about American defense leadership. Number 3. The NATO decision that left Boeing on the sidelines. One of the clearest signs of change came from NATO's recent surveillance aircraft decision. For decades, the alliance relied on Boeing's iconic E-3 Sentry AWACS fleet to monitor airspace and coordinate operations. Many expected Boeing's modern E-7 Wedgetail to become the natural replacement. Instead, NATO surprised many observers by selecting Saab's GlobalEye platform. Delays surrounding the E-7 program, rising costs, and growing concerns over long-term dependence on American systems altered the conversation. GlobalEye offers advanced radar technology capable of simultaneously tracking air, sea, and ground targets while delivering lower operating costs. The larger issue, however, extends beyond aircraft performance. European governments increasingly want greater control over software, supply chains, and defense infrastructure. The EU's broader defense initiatives now prioritize European-made equipment and domestic industrial capability. Saab's victory therefore represents far more than an aircraft procurement decision. It signals a growing determination among European nations to build critical defense capabilities without relying entirely on Washington's approval or support. And while Europe's surveillance strategy is changing, an even more consequential debate is unfolding across the Atlantic, one involving the world's most advanced fighter program and one of America's closest allies. Number 2. Canada's fighter jet debate reaches a critical crossroads. The growing divide over defense independence is perhaps most visible in Canada's increasingly controversial F-35 discussion. Ottawa agreed in 2023 to purchase 88 F-35 fighters to replace its aging CF-18 fleet. But what initially appeared to be a settled decision has become far more complicated. Lifecycle cost estimates have climbed dramatically, while concerns over long-term sovereignty continue to gain attention. Saab has positioned the Gripen E as an alternative built around Canadian control, offering local assembly, domestic maintenance, and greater authority over software and operational data. Those issues have become increasingly important as critics question dependence on US-controlled logistics and support systems. Meanwhile, concerns over readiness rates, modernization delays, and operating costs continue to surround the F-35 program. Reports that Gripen successfully exchanged targeting data with F-35s during NATO operations also challenged arguments that non-American fighters cannot fully integrate within alliance networks. The debate has evolved beyond aircraft performance and into questions of sovereignty, flexibility, and national control. Before we reveal the final development, take a moment to subscribe to Highway Herald. If you enjoy deep dives into defense technology, geopolitical shifts, and the strategic decisions shaping the future, your support helps us continue creating more content like this. But Canada's debate may only be the beginning. A new fighter emerging from South Korea could eventually give NATO members another option entirely, one that combines advanced capability with lower costs and greater flexibility. Number 1. The KF-21 fighter emerging as NATO's new wildcard. As debates surrounding the F-35 and Gripen intensify, South Korea's KF-21 Boramae is quietly gaining momentum. Developed by Korea Aerospace Industries, the aircraft blends advanced sensors, reduced radar visibility, and lower operating costs into a package that many analysts view as a serious future competitor. What makes the KF-21 particularly interesting is its strategic role. Rather than directly replacing high-end stealth fighters, it is designed to complement them while avoiding many of the maintenance and affordability challenges associated with fifth-generation aircraft. South Korea has also demonstrated a willingness to transfer technology, support local manufacturing, and rapidly expand production capacity for international partners. Defense analysts increasingly discuss mixed fleet concepts, where nations could operate a smaller number of F-35s alongside more affordable aircraft, like the KF-21. Such a strategy could lower costs while reducing dependence on foreign-controlled systems. If the KF-21 succeeds internationally, it may fundamentally reshape future fighter procurement decisions throughout NATO and beyond. And when all of these developments are viewed together, a much larger picture begins to emerge, one that could redefine NATO's defense landscape for years to come. Verdict: a new era of defense independence is taking shape. What we may be witnessing today is one of the most significant defense realignments in NATO's modern history. For decades, American military platforms dominated the alliance with little serious competition. Today, however, rising costs, geopolitical tensions, software control concerns, and demands for greater national sovereignty are driving allies to reconsider their options. South Korea's emergence as a major defense supplier, Europe's push for greater industrial independence, Saab's growing influence, and Canada's ongoing F-35 review all point toward the same trend. Many nations want advanced military capability without complete dependence on a single supplier. If the KF-21 continues its rise and European governments maintain their diversification efforts, the fighter market of the early 2030s could look dramatically different from today. The question is no longer whether alternatives exist. The question is how quickly allies are willing to embrace them. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Do you think Canada should continue with the F-35 program or explore alternatives such as the Gripen E? Could South Korea's KF-21 eventually become a serious challenger to the F-35 on the global market? Is NATO becoming stronger through diversification, or does reduced dependence on American systems create new risks? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, be sure to subscribe to Highway Herald and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next vehicle updates, industry developments, and future videos. Thanks for watching. You can now check out any of the videos on the screen. There's more exciting and informative content waiting for you.